This is what's great about sports. This is what the greatest thing about sports is. You play to win the game. Hello? You play to win the game.
Winning isn't everything, but it's the only thing. In our business, there is no second place. Either you're first or you're last.
Ain't this what they've been waiting for? You ready?
And now, the W with Walls and the crew.
Good morning.
Where winning isn't everything, it's the only thing. On 100.1 FM.
Good morning.
And Facebook Live.
And right back like we never left. Another Saturday morning with the W Show, Kansas City, talking sports and pop culture. If this is your first time checking us out, 100.1 FMs, we're here. And just in case you haven't noticed, good morning, everybody.
What's happening?
Good morning.
You can't say good morning?
Nah, my bad. I was trying to do my Joe Buck for you or whatever, you know.
Come on, man. C. Lenz, how was your week, man?
Week was great. Happy to be here.
Okay. He get a little bit more, you know, a little bit more
yeah.
I guess you call it oomph into it. Look, we got to watch our words with him because he don't quite.
Oh, yeah. King's ransom. He was like, what's the King's ransom?
Who do you play for?
That's what he had. That's what he said. That's what he said.
Hilarious. Q, how was your week?
It was good, man.
So you got the fresh lineup?
I know, Chris.
Yeah, it's Chris too.
I can't wait to get mine after this.
I needed it done.
Okay.
Yeah. Doing a lot of recording this week, so.
Oh, you got the album coming out? When is it dropping?
No. No, just recording myself DJing.
Okay.
On the new camera that you got us?
Oh,
us. I like that.
Yeah.
I like that's a nice touch. Yeah. We just keep it at my house.
That's fine. That's fine.
It's ours though.
Yeah, that is totally fine.
Tony?
My week was good. I picked up a new SUV.
Okay.
Oh, look.
All right.
You know what's so funny? I was gonna make an announcement. I won the lottery, and I was gonna get you guys, you know, the Corvette.
Oh, anyway,
Since you wasn't specific on, you know, you said Jamaica, and I didn't know which one. I got you a ticket to Jamaica, Queens.
First of all, we know you didn't win the lottery.
Wah.
So picked up a new car on Monday. Celebrated Founders Day. Shout out to Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated.
Yeah.
Celebrated 118 years on Thursday, and yeah, I'm looking forward to my 3-day weekend.
So when did you walk?
Spring 2010.
2010. Wow.
15 years. Celebrated 15 years with my line sisters last year. Went to Nashville. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. But yeah, spring 2010, Claflin University, Gaminon.
Shout out to the AKAs.
Yeah, with a new Bentley Bentayga.
It is.
You know, it started with a B. Ain't Bentley though, but it started with a B.
Lambda.
What's up, man? How are you?
Man, you know what it is.
Oh yeah, it's your birthday tomorrow, man. Yeah.
Oh, happy
it's not
birthday.
Today. It's tomorrow.
It's tomorrow, but you know, celebrate the whole month since my daughter's birthday is the 12th, mine's the 18th, and my pops is the 19th. So you know, we just kind of, you know.
Okay.
So what are you doing to celebrate?
I think we're going out. Last year we all went out. He ain't gonna make it. It's cool. I understand it's cold. I just like to be around friends and families. I had a lot of different birthdays in my year, so it's always cool to be around friends and family.
That's so nice.
Yeah, so
getting hammered drunk.
Nah, I'm not doing that, buddy. I'll have 2 drinks and a meal.
Man, he gonna have 2 drinks too many.
Nah, not that, man. My days of that is over with.
All right, we got a lot to talk about today. Of course, we're going to dive into some Royals news. Of course, they're talking about moving the fences back.
Mm-hmm.
That's about all they can. That's all they can move right now.
Fences back. Also, we're talking some NCAA basketball. 26 men have been charged with allegedly conspiracy to manipulate college basketball games.
Now, one dude said he did it.
So we'll dive into that. Plus, Rich Paul, you guys know who that is. Agent for LeBron James, also CEO of Clutch Sports Group. He and Austin Reaves' agent has got into a little confrontation. little back and forth on the sidelines. This was after Rich Paul had made some comments on his new podcast with Max Kellerman. We'll dive into that. Plus, we'll talk Steelers head coach Mike Tomlin. Plus, one of his former players says that he's not a Hall of Fame coach. Okay. We'll dive into that in about 25 minutes. Plus, in about 30 minutes, we'll have our Sneakers of the Week and our Hater 11 segment. Let's get to today's headlines.
And now, here are the biggest sports headlines from this week. We bring them to you every Saturday morning on the W with Walls and the Crew on 100.1 FM and Facebook Live.
So the Kansas City Royals announced new outfield dimensions at Kauffman Stadium, otherwise known as the K. It'll look slightly different in 2026 because they're moving their outfield fences inward. Yeah. So the left and right field walls we moved in about 9 to 10 feet, starting close to the foul poles and then tapering towards center field, where 410 feet will remain the distance of center field from home plate. So the wall height is going from 10 feet to 8.5 feet in most places. There will also be seats in that area where they're moving the fences in, about 150 in left field and 80, which are called the new drink rail seats in right field. So according to the team provided diagram, the left and right field corners are being pulled in 9 feet from 356 to 353, respectively, to 347 and 344 feet. The previous distances are 373 in both left and right, and they're coming in 9 feet closer at 364 feet. Left center, right center fields, we moved in 10 feet from 389 to 379.
So what was the reason?
Money.
Was the reason to provide more seats?
Money.
No, I can't say that. The thing about it is they're wanting more home runs. You've had a lot of players talk about, Bobby Witt Jr., who is a young star. And there have been players,
prior.
JJ Piccolo, who's the Royals president and also serves as a general manager as well. I mean, he's heard it from Eric Osmer. I don't know if you guys remember him, and other players within his tenure of being with the Royals. So they want the fences in.
So on average, I guess with all of the stadiums, like what is the average?
270.
No, heck no.
Yeah,
that's my son's field.
Yeah, that's way too short.
That's like 12U. No, you think 370, between 370, 380. That's about it. Of course, you've got some bigger fields. Fenway Park, their fields are still 390, 400 feet, 420 to center. And of course, you got the Green Monster. That's one of the largest fields that was in the majors.
Oh yeah, because they added seats on top of that, but that was probably more than a decade ago now.
Yeah.
Because what is it? The Yankees have the shortest field, I think it is.
Yeah, most home ball friendly ballpark.
Yeah. So, but yeah, that's crazy that they would move it in.
Yeah,
more home runs, more money for the seats. You got 80 extra seats. Your $100 times 80. We all know the math.
100. So you're looking at 150 plus 80. So you're looking at close to 300 extra seats.
Well, you couldn't move to another stadium, so just fix up the one that you have.
I mean, this is granted they'll be moving in the next 5 years. So this I feel like it's. You do something to kind of bring the noise down of, all right, well, when are we getting this new stadium?
Sign
different things like that.
Sign a free agent. That's what you do. You bring the noise down. Bring someone in that's going to bring some excitement to the fans. It's like, hey, we're actually trying to compete and win, and we're not trying to be just a mediocre team in the AL West.
I can't believe I agree with you.
No, yeah, because that's what
Central.
That's what push the Chiefs further along. They have been trying for 20 years to get a dome on their stadium, but they weren't good. And then enter Patrick Mahomes now,
whatever you want.
Half of the public, feels like it's a good idea to move, and the Royals just haven't been that. Like what they go on a run 2014, 2015.
Haven't really heard.
They went on a run. What was that? 21 or 22, I think it was. Yeah. It didn't make it to the World Series. And I mean, outside of 2014, 15, and then what is it? The 85 Royals. You don't have a team worth. I won't say not worth talking about, but
No,
not worth saying, not worth talking about moving into a big, bright, shiny new stadium downtown.
No.
Yeah, let's hear from Royals Vice President and General Manager JJ Piccolo, and also Vice President of Research and Development, Dr. Daniel Mack, as they talk the construction.
I think first thing to say is this is a pretty exciting day for us. There was a lot of time, energy, effort that was put into the research that led us to this conclusion that this was what was best for our ballpark and our team. Daniel will talk about, what his role was and others in his department, but, this goes back many, many years, just watching a lot of games at this ballpark and very often feeling like we're on the short end because we play more games here than anybody else. We play 81 home games and we're on the short end of some offense simply because it's a tough ballpark to hit the ball out. So I think a couple things worth mentioning. Number one, we know that there is a finite amount of time that we have left in Kauffman Stadium, and we also know what our roster looks like over the next couple years. So from a competitive nature, we felt like this was a good time and a unique time for us to look into how we could secure wins, put our team in a good position to win ball games, knowing our roster, knowing how long we'll be in this ballpark. And in the end, we weren't too surprised overall with what the research told us. I think it's really important that we emphasize here that we just want a fair ballpark.
We were able to find a really great initial proposal that we were able to present to JJ and Scott Sharp. And, we took a lot of critical feedback from that process across with Mr. Sherman, with our major league coaches, and that kind of brought us to a spot where we are today, which –
Hearing that, what do you guys think?
Yeah, it sounds like they're trying to generate offense.
Yeah.
You want your Bobby Witts to have more of a case to be an MVP. You want, more of your prospects to have a chance to enter into the national conversation because you have a team literally, in your back pocket that has several players that enter into the national conversation. Travis Kelce can't break a toenail without, being across all social media platforms and all of the sports networks. And we barely have heard Bobby Witt Jr.'s name. He had a good season, a season or two ago?
2 seasons ago.
And didn't it have him somewhere in the MVP conversation?
For AL. Yep.
So yeah, you need that. You need that that type of facial recognition when you see these players. And I don't even think I still know what Bobby Witt Jr.'s voice sounds like. So
so to think about it as well, you mentioned, offense. You do want your prospects, and you have one that has just been called up this past season, which is Jack Caglione. Where he had 10 shots to right field. I believe they measured, and if the fences would have been where they're projected to be coming up this season, they would have been out. Mm-hmm. Of course, Bobby Witt Jr. has had a bunch of shots to left field, and offensively, yes. But then people ask, well, what about defense?
Exactly.
You've got these guys like Jack Caglione, who you put in right field, also plays some first base. But you've also got, a strong center fielder, whereas they don't have to cover as much ground, and then the fences are shorter now. So that means you get a lot more, your more home run robberies.
Yeah.
Right. So I think it's gonna, play out fairly well this season for this team. Of course, you still get some guys that'll come in here and hit the ball 500 feet, like, Aaron Judge, that he hit the ball. I don't know if you guys Kauffman, but he hit the ball over the Budweiser, over the Hall of Fame little deal out there. So you got guys that can do that, but you want your team to fair chance when you playing in this AL.
When they make this new adjustment, how many home runs do you think Salvi's going to have?
2.
At this point in his career, I'll give Salvi this coming up season. I don't remember what he hit last year, but I'll give him Over 20. I'll give him over 20 home runs.
That sounds good. Yeah.
Because he's not far away from breaking a record, right?
I think he broke it last year.
I mean, he had 30 home runs last year. So
Yep. He did have over 30. So, I give him 20. You said you give him 25?
Yeah, I think he's good for 25.
Got to remember, because Salvi isn't playing catcher, every day. He's playing. He did a lot of DH, so it takes a lot of weight off of his body.
Just come up and hit.
Just all you got to do is hit.
Just hit.
So it works, and I think it'll be cool to see like what they do and how they make it look with the new seats.
I just can't wait to be in the ballpark. I love those summer days. I was telling you, I got it on the calendar. The Royals go visit the Dodgers in August. United came. They're doing nonstop flights in April from Kansas City to LA. So I look forward to that. You
think United could hook us up with some tickets?
No.
They might. You never know.
Hey, man, I'll ask. I'm a member.
All right. So federal prosecutors charged 26 men with alleged conspiracy to manipulate college basketball games. So last Thursday, federal prosecutors unveiled an indictment that rocked college sports, charging 26 men with participating in a conspiracy to bribe and manipulate college basketball games involving then active college athletes. So the indictment alleged that the existence of a gambling ring that pulled at least 39 players across mostly low and mid-major schools, 20 of whom were charged. The ring was run by a group of men who, according to U.S. District Attorney for Eastern District of Pennsylvania, used their status and reached inside the basketball community to pull a slew of co-conspirators.
Every time we learn about a story,
my
only comment is it's only going to get worse.
Yeah. I feel like, and you mentioned that, but just reading all about it, not a lot, but some of this is tied to the NBA scandal. And somewhere down the line, somebody is snitching.
It's NBA, NFL. I mean, it's
Kayshawn Booty just came out. I think I was reading the statement. I meant to send it to you guys. He was talking about his gambling addiction. He's like, first thing he did when he wake up, make a bet. I seen the clips where they were showing the implications or whatever, which it didn't look solid. I mean, the dude made a baseline move. He had nowhere else to go, and he threw the ball, and it was a turnover. Yeah. The other guy shot a jumper, missed it, came down, shot another jumper, and made it. I'm like, listen, man, you only shoot 40-something% from the field. It's not like you can make every shot or make yourself make every shot. It's not like baseball to where you can make yourself throw a strike. And then, like we had that incident with those pitchers or whatever. But listen, the best way to do a crime is you do it by yourself.
There was a report where allegedly one of the guys where it started was he played in China. And a couple of his buddies were still here in America, and they were getting him to throw games while he was, in China. And they would pay him after the season, and he got paid $200,000.
Who's saying no?
Right. And so, and then it kind of went from there, and then they got a hold to some college basketball guys. So in a 70-page indictment, prosecutors said that 4 players helped fix 3 DePaul games. Other games involved players with Abilene Christian, Alabama State Buffaloes, Coppin State, Eastern Michigan, Fordham, Kennesaw State, LaSalle, New Orleans, Nicholls State, North Carolina A&T, Northwestern State, Robert Morris, St. Louis, Southern Mississippi, and Tulane.
Bottom tier D1 school.
Yes.
So
that nobody is paying attention to, but somebody was snitching.
And a lot of them are HBCUs.
Hey, listen, that NIL money that doesn't trickle down, hey, I'm going to get my money somehow.
Yeah. Somehow, yeah.
That's what the kid said. You see the interview, he was just like, listen, man, they was giving me 5 racks.
Considering that this has been in the news like heavily, I would probably say at least for the past year, why on earth do you think that you're not going to get caught?
Well, it was interesting. That question was asked to one of the guys, and basically he came out and said that a couple of guys, it were 4 players on one particular team, and offered to pay them anywhere between $10,000 and $30,000 a game. And so one of the particular games was they said, well, we need you guys to basically be down at halftime. And so all they had to do was just, make sure that their team was down by more than 3 or more than 4 at halftime.
Not that tough in basketball either.
The movie Blue Chips was a documentary.
Tony.
Yeah.
Not
That's
you, Tony.
I was like, what did I do?
No, the character,
we won the damn game, Coach. What
the-
does it matter?
Yeah, the character, his name was Tony.
Yeah.
Like,
He
I
was
got nothing to do.
he was
with
like
this.
he was like the senior on the squad, and then like Shaq.
Did you
and
save points?
The other guy were like freshmen, and then they found out
Penny.
on video.
Yeah,
And it's funny because that video from Blue Chips looks very similar
to the ones we were watching.
to the Buffaloes one, because it was just like
looking at the scoreboard, looking up.
Yeah, it was a lot of like the mistakes looked intentional the way it's framed. So yeah, because even in Blue Chips, he like would bounce it off his foot, going on the sideline or something like. And it was just it was acting, but it was very intentional, and you could see it in that. It was like, okay, they really aren't trying to like play the game.
So my thing is, I'm waiting on someone to smarten up and say, and I mean, it could be someone local, right? Like somebody to smarten up and say, okay, I bet on particular games where these guys have been, indicted for allegedly throwing the game. I bet on that. I lost money on that.
Mm-hmm.
So FanDuel. Somebody got to pay up.
I think it's somewhere in terms of services, though, like in terms of agreement, like I guess not liable for other people's actions or whatever. Like that's a slippery slope to say, hey, you owe me money because these people threw the game. You can probably do a civil lawsuit against those players, but not against FanDuel.
Well, players against the guys who were indicted, like everybody. Somebody got to pay. If I bet on that. If I bet on that game, the Chauncey Billups, whatever games that all that stuff, if I have my money on any of those games, y'all owe up.
Which hasn't been talked about at all. This man is not coaching the Portland Trailblazers at all, and I don't see anything on ESPN or anything. You know why you don't see anything?
Well,
because they have contracts and marketing and advertising with FanDuel and DraftKings,
and that's what I was saying.
It's a conflict of interest.
Get your free $5 on DraftKings.
That's what we hear. Yeah, get your free.
That's your money back. Yeah. All right. Austin Reaves' agent confronted Rich Paul for causing Lakers locker room divide. So CEO of Clutch Sports, also agent of LeBron James, Rich Paul has started a podcast with longtime sports analyst Max Kellerman. So if you haven't watched it, it's actually pretty cool. It is pretty cool. Rich Paul made a suggestion, amongst other things, on his podcast that the Los Angeles Lakers should trade Austin Reaves for Jaren Jackson Jr., and it has been said to have caused tension that has reached the sidelines. So on Tuesday, when Austin Reaves' agent Reggie Berry confronted Rich Paul, ESPN's Dave McNamara said that both agents met courtside. The Lakers during the Lakers versus Atlanta Hawks matchup on Tuesday, the two spoke for more than 5 minutes, and the topic of conversation was Rich Paul's public trade scenario regarding Reaves. So yeah, that is really interesting because you have this agent who arguably has the top player in the NBA, right? And he's saying things about the inner workings of the Los Angeles Lakers. And LeBron has come out and said, he's basically like, hey, whatever Rich is saying on his podcast has nothing to do with me.
Right. Yeah. That's no, I don't believe that.
I
don't believe
Why
that.
Why not?
First of all,
break it down.
I'm listen here. They are very good friends, best of friends, right?
Best friends, yeah.
Okay. LeBron's legacy and somewhat more of it is based on the last couple of years that he has, right? So you have a agent who represents a good majority of the players in the NBA, and he is talking about trading someone on your client's team to another team with other representation in public. That is persuasive. That is in
NFL it's called tampering.
Very much so. and if you don't think that, like, okay, and the problem with this, and this is why I respect what Reggie did going up to Rich Paul. In the NBA, if you are an all-star, which Austin Reaves can pretty much be, or if he can be, if he comes out of injury and becomes first team, because he's balling out. It's not like he's having a pedestrian
22
year.
a game, I believe.
Yeah. If his numbers and whatever details in his contract says, if he actually makes first team NBA, second team NBA, or all-star game, or any such thing, playoffs or whatever, you get more money. If you get traded, you go from that top tier of money and you can't get it anymore because the NBA, the CBA is like to keep stars with their teams, is that team can offer you more money. So you saying that it can be influential, what's the reason? And Jaren Jackson is not a bum, and they need a presence to help DeAndre Ayton to with their squad. So saying that, like, yo, first of all, you messing with my money and you're being influential. I know LeBron is saying this, man, because you know what? If you just look at what LeBron does and how he says things or whatever, he's just a buster to me. He's a pure.
I was waiting for it to come out.
And it's not. No, listen. Because he does things like pretending that like he's reading a book, but it's upside down, or saying things and not saying things, and being this kind of like he
got good PR.
So if you guys
training.
are wondering, what LeBron said, so in an article written by Dave McNamara, LeBron made it clear that he speaks for himself, and Rich Paul is his own person, has his own thoughts. So LeBron said, "I think you all know me by now. Rich is his own man, and what Rich says is not a direct reflection of how I feel." LeBron James told ESPN on his way out of Crypto Arena, he said, I hope all people know that it's basically what Rich Paul thinks and not what I think.
He's a liar.
Yeah.
Just like he said, I didn't know anything about the Anthony Davis trade.
Right.
You think your star player is not going to know that you're trading another star player and just pretend like they didn't conference you in?
Yeah.
And you're in contention to probably be an NBA champion? That's the dumbest lie ever.
It's kind of like if me and Tony are best friends, right? And she plays for the current, right? She plays for the current, and I'm on there talking about, oh well, I feel like they need to do this, they need to do that, they need to do this, and people know of me and Tony's friendship, right? They're gonna be like, oh
yeah,
well, what's going on? And then not only that, but if that person that we're talking about that the current need, they hear about it, oh well, maybe I should get traded to the current. Well, maybe they're interested in me. And it's not far-fetched.
No, it's not. It's a good analogy too. She got soccer feet.
It's not far-fetched. Like, seriously.
I just hated that he lies like that, man. I just really hated that he lies like that.
Q, when there's smoke, there's fire.
I mean, I'm on the side of Rich Paul being his own man.
Oh man.
I am.
They're very calculated in what they do.
Very.
I could give you that.
It's gotten.
But I also just feel like Rich Paul probably has his own assessment of teams in the league, and especially with him having so many players. I don't know.
First of all, an agent having a podcast talking about operational things, hypothetical or not, should be illegal. Off top. No.
So what's the difference from an agent going on ESPN then?
Because you're doing it in the news. Hold on. Okay, I get what you're saying.
The same thing. It's a media outlet.
I think when you go
typically in news, you know what you're going to talk about.
You know what you're going to talk about. It's really not.
It's not hearsay.
It's not really hearsay or opinionated
hearsay.
or whatever.
Yeah.
Like a hypothetical. Usually, when you go on ESPN and it's an agent, it's more to verify claims or situations of a trade or what's going to happen in that trade or the details of a contract. Being on a podcast, your own podcast, and giving out hypothetical scenarios of what other people should do with their clients, that can change.
I grew up watching Drew Rosenhaus on ESPN.
Yeah.
Talking about players, talking about trades. So I don't know. Maybe
Thing is, I just don't feel like LeBron said that he's his own man, right? He can say whatever he want to say.
He can.
I don't feel like he's gonna put LeBron in a bad spot.
And that's what I'm saying. I don't think this is
like, no, I'm saying that to where he's not gonna say anything like
that could
jeopardize LeBron. However, he's going to toe that line of like, oh well, I feel like they need this person. If they could make this person happen, if they could do this, if they could do that. Somebody on the outside is hearing all this of like, but he's basically being the spokesperson for LeBron and the Lakers. of saying that this is what we want.
I wouldn't call him a spokesperson for the Lakers because he negotiates with them.
But the Lakers can't say, or the Lakers or his representatives can't talk to the Lakers because of it's in season.
Yeah.
So it could come through. That voice could come through Rich Paul of saying like, "Hey, here we are. Look at us. Yep. How about a trade? How about before the trade deadline? You think about this."
Just why? You know what I would love? LeBron James for Jaren Jackson. That will make a lot more sense for the Lakers, their youth, and what they're trying to do. Luka, Austin Reaves, DeAndre Ayton, and Jaren Jackson. That sounds a lot better than just having
LeBron's getting 22 a game now.
So what if LeBron wins a championship this year? What does that do to Kobe's legacy?
Kobe's legacy? No, change nothing about Kobe's legacy.
He's not.
No, absolutely nothing.
Listen here.
Yeah, he's raised, baby. On that note, we're gonna take a quick break. Somebody else who drew the line is Pittsburgh Steelers Mike Tomlin. We'll talk about him when we come back. This is the W Show.
You're tuned in to the W with Walls and the Crew, where winning isn't everything. It's the only thing. On 100.1 FM and Facebook Live. You're tuned in to the W with Walls and the Crew, where winning isn't everything. It's the only thing. On 100.1 FM and Facebook Live.
Remember to use hashtag talk about it, and we'll talk about whatever topic you want. So long-term Pittsburgh Steelers head coach Mike Tomlin steps down, ending 19-year run during which he never had a losing season. So Mike Tomlin is 53 years old. And he's not expected to coach elsewhere in 2026. Sources told ESPN, Adam Schefter. You guys surprised about Mike Tomlin?
Stepping down?
Yeah.
No, I thought if they would have lost the game against the Ravens, it was going to happen.
I know he wasn't going to step down. Here's the thing about it, and the report was that the Steelers said that they didn't know anything about it, and Mike Tomlin had told the team in a 2 p.m. meeting on Tuesday, after, of course, the Steelers were eliminated from the playoffs with a 30-6 loss to the Houston Texans in the AFC wildcard game last weekend. So he told the team and members of the Rooney family in that meeting, and they said that they were very surprised about that he was stepping down.
I heard reports that he already had negotiations and things lined up for TV, and that it's looking like he's probably going to do a year or so in TV and may think about re-entering the coaching stuff. And he was taking a year off, or whatnot, to kind of be with his family. He was at his daughter's gymnastics thing or whatever. So I mean, if his group kept it close knit or whatever, then.
So Tomlin, of course, who had 2 years remaining on his contract, informed the Steelers players of that decision. And then, so because Tomlin resigned while he was still under contract, the Steelers would retain coaching rights and could negotiate compensation if he returns to the NFL sideline before the end of the 2027 season. So he had the longest tenure of any coach still in football. or actually in pro sports.
And every year the conversation was, is his job on the hot seat? Like literally every year.
Yeah.
10 wins is good, but
Well, yeah, it's one Super Bowl.
He has one Super Bowl.
I think it was a year right after Cowher left.
Yeah, he needs to be in the Hall of Fame. Like it's no question, because you look at the quarterbacks he's had over the past 8 years, and to not have a losing season with the type of quarterback play that he's had, it's ridiculous, and not many coaches can do that. And I mean, Jeff Fisher patented the 8-8 season. So
Jeff Fisher was a horrible coach, though.
But you see how they talk about him. So like,
talk about him as a horrible coach. I've heard like this is horrible. Like when he went to other teams, how bad he is.
Maybe in the internet comments, but in NFL they still hold Jeff Fisher to a very high regard. So yeah, he definitely deserves a Hall of Fame.
So yeah, Mike Tomlin, he's one of those guys where players are players are run through a wall for.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now he's not on the Andy Reid level of running through a wall for, but he's in that level of hierarchy where if I go play for Mike Tomlin, I know he means business.
Mm-hmm.
I know I'm not going to get away with the shenanigans, because and don't get me wrong, there's different levels of it. Like there's the Andy Reid, there's the Bill Belichick's, and then you have the Mike Tomlin level of who else would you guys say is on the level of Mike Tomlin? Like
you got your Bruce Arians,
Yeah.
your Todd Bowles.
Todd Bowles.
Coming up now, you got your D'Amico Ryan.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
you have a lot of
Sean
coaches
Payton.
Brian Billick used to coach the Ravens. Jim Harbaugh is one of those.
he's on the Andy Reid of that kind of level.
Maybe Jimmy, Dallas Cowboys coach. I mean,
Jimmy Johnson.
He was a player. He was a player's coach in some sense or whatnot. He let him get away with a lot.
So one of Mike Tomlin's former players, James Harrison, believes playoff record and lack of coaching tree disqualified Mike Tomlin from the Hall of Fame. Let's hear what James Harrison has
Is Coach
to say.
T a Hall of Fame coach in your opinion?
No.
Okay, so now that's actually
No.
crazy. Okay, yeah. So we're
The
just
thing I can't give him a Hall of Fame coach for is because he hasn't made disciples. You're telling me you're a Hall of Fame coach,
Yes.
but no one has followed you. No
No,
one has
yeah, for
went down
sure.
the line with
Yes,
you.
yes.
That can't be the thing. He's the only
Can
coach
be.
that has coached this long and does not have a tree, bro.
That's
Guys are
that's all.
emotionally attached
I'm not
to him.
gonna
performing.
say no. I'm not gonna not give him the Hall of Fame nod because he's bad at hiring offensive coordinators. When I talk to
And
Coach
you
T,
think that is a thing that he's bad at doing, or do you think that is a thing that he purposely does to keep position and power?
No. I don't think he self-sabotages.
I'm
That's crazy.
not saying
I
you
don't-
self-sabotage.
If you're
I'm saying,
if you're hiring other coaches that aren't good enough because you think they're going to take the spotlight out of you,
aha.
That's
Is
self-sabotage.
it enough spotlight? Is it enough spotlight?
No, is that what
Hey,
you were saying?
Listen, Joe. Is it enough spotlight to go around?
I didn't have a conversation with him.
Yeah, because
that's of course James Harrison and Joe Hayden, one of the former NFL guys. that have podcasts.
He sounds bitter, because I don't think
Yeah.
that's not a
personal.
it's not a requirement. And then also the elephant in the room, he's a black coach. Like how many
one time that I agree with you on that.
It should be several more, because not only being black in America, but being black in athletics, it doesn't matter if you're a quarterback. It doesn't matter if you're a point guard. It doesn't matter if you hit home runs. It doesn't matter what it is. You're not going to get your just due, especially when it comes to the establishment of whatever league it is. The NFL has a Rooney rule. Like, the Rooney rule,
that rule is non-existent.
But that's what I'm saying. They have a Rooney rule that has been here so long that teams have figured out a way to skirt the system.
What I'll say and what he was saying too is the fact that he's talking about his disciples, meaning a coaching tree. Like you look at Andy Reid, he has coaches that are in the league right now, out of the league, that came from under Andy Reid, whether they were offensive coordinators, whether they were running backs coaches, receivers coaches, whatever. They've gotten other jobs,
He's given
whether it was coordinators or head coaches. They've gotten other jobs around the league. Well, Mike Tomlin, he's saying that he doesn't have that. And one of the reasons I would say you could feel like he doesn't have that is because, like you said, he's a black coach. Not many folks will follow a black coach, because or they won't give him the credit of, oh, well, he was coaching with Mike Tomlin, or he was this, or he was that.
Well,
so
it goes back to what I said. Like, his job was on the hot seat literally from the first season. Like, the first season he takes over, should Mike Tomlin be out? And to go through that for 18 years, yes, you're not going to have disciples, because nobody's going to come to this team.
I hate the way that he used the word disciples.
I think that narrative of him being on the hot seat, little devil's advocate, I think it's going to be a little mute, because Pittsburgh Steelers is one of those organizations that never fire their coaches.
Exactly.
So I think that's more of just the fans and wanting championships, right? Like, you want to win, and 10 wins, and you see Cincinnati win a division, you see Baltimore win a division, numerous times, whatever. So I think that's more of the fans and not really internal with the organization.
No, it's not internal at all. I'm speaking media.
What?
The media put the narrative out there too,
somewhat,
and that's what I'm saying. Like, the media narrative is like, just like you guys said with how Rich Paul and LeBron control the narrative around whatever team LeBron is on. It's the same thing in the NFL with whatever coaches, whatever quarterback. Like, we just saw what happened to Shedeur Sanders in the draft this year, and then we're going to say that Mike Tomlin doesn't have any kind of resistance as far as being a black head coach. When you have a head coach that could speak to very young 20-something-year-old guys coming out of college, that guys will run through a wall for.
I don't want to say he can speak to him like that. He's had a plethora of knuckleheads. I mean, we know the ones.
Yeah,
Le'Veon Bell, Antonio Brown, Ben Roethlisberger, Roethlisberger. I mean, and those are the ones that we know.
And Roethlisberger was the worst.
Yeah, he was. Well, I don't know, man. Antonio Brown allegedly killed somebody.
Not while he was on the team. Ben Roethlisberger was on the team in women's bathrooms, forcing women to do whatever he wanted.
He was.
Yeah, he's far worse.
Yeah, it was a wild system up there for a little bit. So former NBA star Derrick Rose launches a family-owned and operated flower shop. So this week, the retired Chicago Bulls star launched Rose's Flower Shop, a family-owned and operated brand that nods not only to his name, but also to his belief that a simple gesture like giving flowers goes a long way in creating community, strengthening bonds, and spreading love. So what began as a one-day flower pop-up shop last year.
That was last year.
I don't know if you guys remember that. It has since blossomed into a full-scale online business with unveiling of its official website. Rose's Flower Shop describes itself as a flower company built with heart, shaped by family, inspiring by the relief of the beauty means more when shared. So I feel like it's a dope thing, especially for Chicago.
I do too. I love flowers. And he's right. Like, a small gesture giving flowers can really like perk up somebody's day.
Definitely.
So, and they're pretty. All the girls love flowers.
Yeah.
For no reason.
So he was asked about this, and he said, roses have always meant more to me than something simple, simply beautiful, not just because it's my last name, but because to me, they represent love and appreciation. He shared in a statement on September 26th, back last year. He said that the day that I retired from the NBA, I sent roses to my family, friends, and people who played a part in my basketball journey. It was my way of saying thank you. That moment planted a seed for something bigger. So according to the brand's website, Rose's Family Flower Shop currently delivers to all 48 states with no international shipping available at this time.
All 48 states? It's 50.
It says all 48.
So not Alaska or Hawaii, then, right. I'm guessing.
Yep.
Okay.
That's nice. I like it.
And they're supposed to do some cool things too, to bring the sneaker community involved. So some of the sneaker drops will be at Rose's Flower Shop.
So I can get me a bouquet and some lobsters.
I mean, you probably can. I will say this. A lot of people turn to real flowers for everything. Like I grew up in a family that, catered. My mom would always do decorations and she would use the fake flowers. Of course, she would make them look pretty. But nowadays, I see a lot of people turning to the real flowers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
As expensive as they are, they are cute.
Yes, they are.
They're very, very pretty.
Got my daughter some flowers for her birthday. I was like,
but yeah, no, people like flowers and for any reason.
Yeah.
So there's a few other places, not a flower shop, but you think in New York there's a butcher shop that sells sneakers. Yeah, they do like exclusive sneaker drops and things like. It's some cool things that these companies have done to like bring in the sneaker culture, and not only sneaker culture, but also like clothing and things like that. Which
Valentine's Day is coming up. I'm pretty sure certain brands got a Valentine's Day edition of.
We have some on the sneakers of the week this week too.
Yeah. Go get you some flowers and a tennis shoe. Yeah.
All right, so Nebraska, University of Nebraska is the first Power 4 program to add flag football as a varsity sport. So the University of Nebraska will add women's flag football as a varsity sport, joining their 24 other varsity programs who are in with the NCAA. So the Nebraska Director of Athletics said in a statement, "This is a banner day for Nebraska athletics and for women's sports in a time of uncertainty and change in college athletics, creating a new participation of opportunities, continues Nebraska's rich history of elevating women's athletics. Flag football is one of the nation's growing sports and has exploded into popularity at the youth, high school, and collegiate level. There is also great synergy in our first season in 2028, aligning with the inclusion of flag football at the Summer Olympics Games in Los Angeles."
I like it.
See how popular it gets if there's some point shaving going on.
Not in flag football, man. That ain't, man.
Yeah, that's sport is not that big.
But I feel like it's dope though,
because see how popular it would get if there's point shaving.
You think about just flag football coming to the Olympics, flag football just now into Division I. So it's just more options for people to play sports.
Yeah. Again, growing up, all I had was basketball, track, soccer, softball,
tennis.
We didn't have tennis at Raytown South.
Okay.
I believe we started golf. Yeah. We had swimming, but growing up as a black girl,
swim.
Actually knew how to swim. I was a lifeguard at Super Splash USA in Raytown.
Shout out Super Splash.
That's who didn't save me when I was drowning.
That was my first job, but that just wasn't like swimming wasn't a thing for.
It was for me.
For black kids.
And you went to Sycamore Grove. That
I
was
went
not
to
a
my
pool.
grandmother's house.
That was not a pool.
Grandmother had a pool. I swam.
No, I love to swim, but yeah, so that's dope. I like that they're creating more options because I do feel like the guys growing up always had more than the girls did.
Yeah, of course. Definitely.
All right, we're gonna take a quick break. Coming up, we'll have our sneakers of the week. Plus, we'll talk. There's been $2.6 billion spent on trading cards in 2025. We'll dive into that coming up here in just a little bit. This is the W Show.
You're tuned in to the W with Walls and the Crew, where winning isn't everything. It's the only thing. On 100.1 FM and Facebook Live. tuned in to the W with Walls and the Crew, where winning isn't everything. It's the only thing. On 100.1 FM and Facebook Live.
This is probably one of the game's best songs right there. Yeah, that's one of the game. Yeah, that's a game. We got DJ C. Lenz over there. Remember, use hashtag talk about it, and we'll talk about whatever topic you want. And we have a talk about it today.
Makes me proud.
Does it?
I told you this. It makes me proud every time we get to talk about it, man. I just appreciate it. Keep them coming.
Okay. Our talk about it today is from Tremo680 on X, and he wants us to pick a layout 1 or layout 2. So Puberty earlier this week had the internet going crazy. I don't know if you guys saw that. It was a small room where they had a bed and a desk, and it was asking people to pick layout 1 or layout 2. So I didn't want you guys to see it, so I'm gonna send it to you guys right now.
You just want to stop.
No, yeah,
he gets the whole week to process it or whatever. We get 20 seconds.
Yeah, so I'm putting them in our group chat right now so you guys can see them. But basically, layout 1, layout 2. It's a bedroom. If you guys are listening on 100.1 FM, we'll put it on our screen right now. But people are like, what's the better layout? Or what do you guys think about the difference of the layout? Do you guys see it?
It has not popped up yet.
Okay.
For me.
I like layout 1.
Well, let me see it.
Layout 1 looks
like it.
Okay, that's layout 1. Let's
slide. Yeah.
Yeah. So,
yeah, I think I like layout 1 as well, mainly because
it's not by the door.
What?
The bed.
The bed is not by the door. Like, I always have to be able to see when I'm sleeping.
Yep.
Now, desk-wise, I don't really care because 9 times out of 10, obviously I'm alert. I'm up. I'm awake. But my bed, yeah, I have to be able to see the door. I got to see a shadow. I got to see a twisty-turny to the knob, all the things.
Y'all want to know how much PTSD I have? I lock my door. I go to sleep.
If I'm home alone, I do.
Always now.
I lock my door if I'm home.
So for people that are watching, you can see online. I feel like layout 1 is cool. I like if I'm working, I see that's a window there. Yeah. So if I'm working, I want the natural light.
Sunlight.
Yeah, it keeps me alive, keeps me awake. But the bed is behind the window right there.
But then, like, how do you got to scoot up to get out the bed and lay out too. Like, I just can't roll out. Yeah. You got to scoot up. So
you guys are watching, which ones you guys like, layout 1 or layout 2? So this had the internet going crazy this week of people just giving their things on layout 1 and layout 2. Yeah, it's small.
Is this in China?
Like a dorm? No, it's just
my dorm room's a little bit bigger than that one.
Yeah, because in those Chinese apartments, the little cubes, they're like this size
with a kitchen.
Yeah, it is. It is.
Some places in New York too.
Yeah.
And they spending like $3,500.
Nuts.
Yeah, actually, no. I saw a guy who was on TikTok earlier this week, and he was like, "I get all this living while I'm in China," and it was like he said he was spending like $1,300 a month, had a 2-bedroom, high rise.
What area was he living
in China? I don't remember.
Is it thug life in China?
No, it was like
it probably is.
And people were. It was a lady that came on his comments and was like, "Dude, like you're taking away from their economy. It's like for rich people living, in America, you're taking away their economy because he was spending like $1,300. He was on the top floor of this nice high rise overlooking the city, and it was really nice. It was a nice spot.
Yeah, first apartment I got out of college, I just knew I had a steal. Like $475 a month, 2 bed, 2 full bathroom.
What part of the city?
And I was like,
what part of the city?
So had to get my kid out the
You was in Parade Park.
No, I wasn't in Kansas City. I was in Columbia, South Carolina.
Yeah.
So not familiar with the area.
Oh, yeah,
I mean, like the apartments did look nice, but like a lot of my friends who were from there, they was like, yeah.
It's a little, I did basic training there. I remember getting off the base and they was like, yo, you don't want to go to these areas? I'm like, Columbia? There's like, yo, it's thug life over here.
No, it is. Absolutely.
It's thug life over here.
So TJ become a rapper,
We go with the Gold Grill.
First year of his life. No, just play.
All right, let's get to the header 11 seconds.
South Carolina streets.
It's that time for Love It or Hate It.
Hate it.
If we love it, we talk about it. If we hate it, we move on.
All right, so first up on our sneakers of the week this week, we have the Air Jordan 4 Flight Clubs. These are pretty fire.
They're all right.
Those.
Yeah, they're pretty. Of course, everyone knows about Flight Club, the sneaker retailer. They have their own Jordan 4s. Then you have the Nike Air Force One Low Women's Valentine's Day University Reds. Have a little sparkle to them.
It's a little sparkle. It's a lot of red though.
Yeah. I small red Air Force Ones like that.
I grew up in the Crip neighborhood.
My goodness. All right, so Nike Book 2 Phoenix. So if you want to get these, they already sold out. Pretty dope.
That's the orange ones, right?
Mm-hmm.
No.
The Nike Vomero Prism White and Bright Crimson. I've seen a lot of people working out in these, and they're actually dope.
I like them.
Pretty cool. Yeah. I don't like the Nike Swiss on being that color though.
Stuffed crust pizza.
Stuffed crust pizza. What? All right. So a report shows that more than $2.6 billion has been spent on trading card singles on eBay in 2025. Hater, love it.
I love it. I need some more.
All right, so trading card singles topped $2.62 billion in sales on eBay in 2025, according to a new report by GemRate. So collectors spent more than $1.78 billion on sports car singles and more than $837 million on TCG and non-sports card singles in the last year, per the report. So the data does not include cards sold as lots, sets, packs, or sealed wax. Chicago Bulls legend Michael Jordan led all athletes with more than $70.5 million in sales. You guys guess the other people who led in sales. I don't want y'all looking at my screen.
Ask the question again.
Yeah.
Because
who led in sales for sports cards?
You talking about like as an individual or
Shohei Ohtani?
Yeah. Shohei's one.
Well, I've seen it, so I'm not gonna say anything. Then you're gonna
LeBron.
be like, you read it.
LeBron and Kobe. So Shohei Ohtani finished in second with nearly 58 million. LeBron 30.6 million. Kobe with 30.4 million, and Victor Wembanyama with 30 million. He rounded out the top five.
Yo, I went to that card place in Crown Center, and he had a Gem Mint 10 Kobe Bryant rookie card, or not a rookie card. Excuse me, the other one was a rookie card for $50. And so I was, I took a picture of it, as you can see, because I wanted to look it up to make sure the value that they were asking for was actually the value of the car, or hoping that they just make a mistake. And I'm over here with a $30,000 card that people don't know about because some people don't know what they have. And
so did you look it up?
Not yet. Got things to do.
It's still there.
He don't know.
If it is,
because people
I'm headed
are
to Crown Center later.
People
now
are
they
listening right now.
Yeah. The talk about it is, hey, Mike, we got that card.
Yeah,
$80 now, bro.
All right. Baltimore Orioles to honor rap legend Tupac Shakur. Hater 11.
I love it.
Okay. What'd they do?
So the Orioles have announced Tupac Shakur bobblehead giveaway honoring the late legendary rapper during their game against the Oakland Athletics. So the first 15,000 fans will receive a collectible depicting Tupac in an Orioles uniform, a black bandana tied around his head, and a baseball bat resting on his in his hand.
I'm gonna say hated it until I see it.
Why you hate it? He lived in Baltimore. He lived in Baltimore.
But I still need to see it.
That's where he went to.
I'm having a hard time.
Sometimes our statues and stuff don't look like us.
Yeah, I'm just having a hard time digesting Tupac as a bobblehead.
They showed it. I think it's pretty cool.
They showed it.
It's pretty cool.
But they showed it. Yeah,
it's pretty.
All right. So Giannis says Bucks fans voicing displeasure. He said, "When I get booed, I boo back." Hater love it.
I love it.
So let's check out Giannis as he boos fans.
Them on the bench.
Gave it a go. This is tied for the largest halftime deficit this year. It was also 31 to the Lakers. And Wesley, things are already looking up. I don't know why. McDaniels had his first miss.
There it is.
Of the game. 6 of 7. Count the bucket. A tough two to get. Giannis with a message to the five-star fans who are.
I love that.
He booed him back.
He's out.
Boo!
He's out of Milwaukee. He's out of.
Yeah, he out of there.
I hope he is, man.
Yeah, out of there.
Trade one for LeBron.
Oh my goodness. All right. We appreciate everyone who joining on the show today. What do you guys have going on for the rest of the day?
Working a birthday party later.
Okay.
Yeah.
Taking my kids to go buy some clothes that fit because he just had a growth spurt. So
I'm about to get some new gear.
Okay.
Go to Dillard's.
Dillard's is on the road, so that's right. Man, real quick, Ricky P, who's on the show before ours, 100.1 FM, he was talking to his listeners about memories from 2016 because there's that whole thing,
that
2016
trend.
to 2026.
Yeah.
You guys got a memory
10
from
years
20
ago thing.
You guys got a 2016 memory?
I would have to go back in my
Let's see.
camera roll to remember 2016.
2016, I tried out for KC Fashion Week and made it. I do remember that.
First time?
First time.
Okay.
Yeah.
First time.
First ballot Hall of Famer.
I just think about Fred joke of the dude. First time. 2016. You know what day I remember when I left when we was downtown after watching the Chiefs game, going on my birthday and had the car wreck. I remember that. Oh, that
the
was
caddy was smashed.
smashed. And hold on, and the girl who was at fault got a new car. She worked at that restaurant in the plaza. I can't remember that. It's not there anymore.
Houston's?
No, the other one.
Dang, that's all messed all bad.
Yeah.
We appreciate it, guys.
It's gonna be a better one
on
on
the show. Remember, use hashtag talk about it, and we'll talk about whatever topic you want. Send us your topics. We'll talk about whatever. Until next week, we are out of here.
Peace.
The views and opinions expressed on the W Radio Show by the host, co-host, guests, and call-in listeners are solely the opinions and responsibility of the original source who expressed them. They do not represent the opinions of the W Show, 100.1 FM, One Kansas City Radio, Sideline Sports Talk, Team Wall Street Foundation, or affiliates.